Hello and welcome to Scott's Odyssey. Today we find ourselves back at the location of the Brumbaugh Mansion. But we're not here for the mansion. Today we're here for something that has only happened one other time in my life, the dropping of the levels of water at the Raystown Lake. And they dropped it really far, so far that behind the Brumbaughs was an estuary, which is now nothing more than a big wasteland. But the beautiful thing about that big wasteland is you could see old bridges, old foundations, and old junk people threw into the water. So with that, I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. If you've watched my videos before, thank you for your patronage. And if you're new to Scott's Odyssey, well, welcome aboard. This video is totally unscripted. It was just something I read about, wanted to come out and explore. So let's begin the actual explore of this little estuary that's been underwater for 30, 40, 50 years. Let's do this. There's the path we came in on. All underwater. And that right there is where the train used to flow. Over on the other side there's another bump where another train was that used to actually cross that gap. And then as we come this way and start looking into the sun, which is really bad for cameras, we see the train bridge and another part of the wildlife preserve. So be aware, as we're walking along, there's going to be a lot of camera pointing down because that's just muddy water. Although we are going to take a look at those structures. But pointing down will show us things, all different kinds of things, hopefully good things. Find something neat, like here we go, right off the bat. He's been sitting underwater for a little bit. Let's see what else we can find. Let's get over to there. We're going to follow the train tracks to the bridge. But on the way we have a detour already. That's pretty great. So here we have some old trees. Let's see how in the ground they are. Still rock solid. Put a nice hole in your boat as you're going through. Here's some old tie. Some more old tie, some old tree, some old corrugated pipe. So when this is filled back up, you cannot get to where we are right now. There's water even on that little dry road. That's all underwater. This is all underwater, probably 2 or 3 feet. So you'd have to go about a mile down the rail line there to come to here. This is the only part that sticks up. And you can see even where I'm standing now, this part of the trail is underwater. So there's no getting here without getting wet. Sorry for walking in the sunlight. Here we have more stumps. Look at that stump. All right, so for whatever reason, this stump is full of nails. And this tree branch leaning against it is also full of nails. That's weird. And people had their doggies out here, and we got a beer can. Let's see if we can walk out on this. Oh, look at that. Miller High Life. Turn that around. Oh, it's modern. It's a crack open, not a pull tab. Another branch with nails again. I don't know if I'm in camera view. If you know what those nails are for and why they're out there, I mean, it's a good 10, 12 feet off of the bank, and it would be a good 3 feet down. Why are there nails? All right, this is what we're here for. One of the things, this bridge is normally underwater. So here it looks like steps, but I think it's actually washout. I think these guys are supposed to be over here, and they got washed out to here, which is kind of odd. Let's go this way. Look at the way that channel is. I'll see if I can get you the audio for it. Alrighty, let's come over here. Oh, look at this. Isn't that pretty? All right, I got to turn the video off, get some stills. I came back over this way, going up. Here's what we got on the top. Coming through, probably going to get loaded up with ticks because, yep. Here's the other side. Let's finish the first side. Alrighty, we made it down. We'll back it up. Get my shadow out of it. All right, here we go. There's the broom bow. All right, I'll come down here. An old tree, or a Christmas tree shoved in. Here in my shadow, we actually still have ice, letting you know that it was cold out here. Not today, because at the same time, I don't know if you see them buzzing around. There's a skeeter buzzing around. Let's take a look at this. We don't want to step over there. Obviously, that one will sink. So excuse my shadow. See if there's anything else. We're currently walking away from the little bridge. Not seeing anything else. Lots of old trees. Some old shotgun shells. Duck or geese hunting. A lot of slag. All right, let's turn back. All right, coming back to the other side. His home is disturbed. Osprey. We'll see you in a minute, he's landing. Come to the other side. Take a peekaboo. So here we go again. Where we have a stump and it has a nail and it's obviously doing contamination. That's rust. But we have this branch, we follow this branch and we come over to this other stump and you see this branch has nails in them too, into the stump. And at the same time, this stump, let's just give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. I wear extra large gloves. It's a huge spike. And this guy is definitely embedded in there. If you know what they're doing that for, let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know what they're doing. It's just crazy. Fix the camera again. You see? Even here. Another spike. And they're in there. And they're big. Alright, so this is the beach. You see how barren this beach is? There's just nothing growing here. It's kind of weird. Nothing growing in the estuary either. It's just all mud. So here, I don't know what that is. It's an old metal something. More corrugated tube. And that was intentionally stuck in there to sink it, to build a structure. Now here's something neat. Here's a stone, but if we come around this side, there's a number carved in it, or a mark. If you know what that mark is, let me know. Think old railroad. Get a picture of that. A lot of shotgun shells. I hope he got his goose or his duck. And that's why they're out here. Oh, here you go. Again, giving you an idea that these are not small. They're pretty big. And here, mussel. And they are big. See if there's anything else interesting. This is catching my eye. You see that? Look at that. That's a big hunk of bituminous coal. Big hunk. There's some more over there, so it would have fallen off the train as it was going by. So just looking around in the mud, looking at the slick here, but I came over and I saw these guys. Hello. I don't know where he's at. That's Mr. Raccoon. Mr. Raccoon came over here to eat something, or was looking.
Clam.
Yeah, probably the clams. And because it wouldn't be complete if you didn't find your tires.
Yeah, complimentary tire.
You always get your tires. There's plenty of tires in a lake. We'll never run out of rubber. Let's do a swing back. That's how far we are. Still gonna go over there. But right now we're going over here. So right here at about 6 feet deep, maybe 7 feet deep. What do you think, Dad? 6 or 7? Looking at the bank. Yeah, look at the size of that stump. That was like a 300-year-old tree. You got the water coming down, big old corrugated pipe that I'm not going to walk on. Well, I thought about it, and then I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, nah, let's not walk on that one. Yeah, this will be where the fish are hiding. Excuse my shadow, people. I can't fix that. There's a whole sun thing going on. Look at that big dip off and how deep that gets. Right over here. Give you a little moon. That's pipeline. And we still got to go there. All right, so all the way out in the middle, we got spikes. Spike, spike. Let's get that. Spike, spike, rebar, box metal. That actually looks like it. Does that, correct me if I'm wrong, that looks like a street post sign that's made for breakaway. Then we got pipe. And the pipe's moving in such a way that it doesn't go down more than 3 feet. So yeah, there was something tied down here. Somebody built some kind of structure. And somebody was stupid. And here you'll see where the rocks were. And they pulled them and they stacked them up. So when the water floods back in here, now everybody's boat's gonna get broken. Because stupid. All right, made it to the other side. And there's a telephone pole. And that's what you run your osprey nest on, not telephones. Osprey. But I gotta go up higher. I think I'm seeing a lot of brick. Seeing brick someplace where people haven't lived since the lake was filled for the new dam. Which is a really long time ago. People haven't been here in forever. Yep, most definitely. It is brick. There is a brick house out here. Somebody lived on this side before the lake got filled the second time. This is awesome. This is all remnant of house. Look at that. Look at all that. So we're in the early to mid 1900s here. Look at that. Yeah, but it's a single slab. I wonder if it was like a well capstone. Get that cleaner stuff. Look at all this brick. It's everywhere. This was a rather large building. Here you go, size 13 boot next to clam. All right, we got some of this. Here we go. The rebar is modern. Yeah, it just keeps going too. Wow, that would be really neat if when they filled it, the water was rushing in and just kind of swept it down. We got some kind of metal over there. This is neat. I'll have to go look in the records, see if I can find out if it was somebody's house or if it was part of the railroad. If it was a railroad station building. Because where we are, although the railroad was over there, went across that bridge, this point that we're coming up on here also had a railroad that interconnected these two parts here, and it ran this way. This thing is so waterlogged still. It weighs more than the rocks. Oh, overshot it. All right, I just came down from there. The footprints say I'm going to sink, but I'm really curious to that board right there. So, what am I gonna do? Let's take the risk. Walking on stone. No, I'm going to sink. Well, we'll see if we can do a zoom in on that. So this board has a couple of big wood screws in it. They look like they're about 1/2 inch thick, but look at all those things on the bottom side. So is that an old telegraph pole? Or was this house part of the railway station? Which means that would still be telegraph pole. So let me, oh, can't even hold the camera right. So let me know down in the comments what we're looking at. Oh, I found something else interesting. Let's look at this one together. What are you? Car part. What do we got there? PCM valve? Part of a boat motor. Broken cap. This was electrical wire. So this is the cap that goes over one of your pistons on the back of your boat. And it would set like that over one of your cylinders. Another cool looking board. Don't know what his purpose was. There we go. Concrete tube, because everybody needs a concrete tube in the middle of a lake. That's an old, let's see, metal wire in the top. There's your fuse box. Here's some switches. Yeah, funky mud smells coming. It's a brick. Oh, it's not a brick. Is it a brick? Yeah, brick with ice on it. Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't look like a rock now, does it? It's because it's not a rock. It is aluminum cans squished together. Oh well. All right, let's get back to the other side. So we have a lot of structures out here. Turtle structures. Don't know what the rocks are for. Can't get out to them. We come back this way. Keep the camera at an angle. What was attractive was the way these guys were reflecting light. And that's because this is probably a dump site, in the sense that the train was coming along and lost its load and dumped the silica. Super light. This weighs barely a ½ pound. If it's not silica, then it is just pure lime. What's extracted from the limestone. Very popcorny. Let's see this big rock. All right, again, 13-inch shoes, so that's a big heavy rock, right? No, not at all. It's light. Also nice to come along, find yourself a good old coal stoker. Coal furnace stoker for home coal stoves. You can always go here and here, and this is where the water begins. we're underwater. And these steps go all the way down. We are underwater. We got some interesting sounds up here. Somebody just said that they saw 3 bears. They said that they saw the 3 bears down there. When that truck noise goes away, maybe we can hear it rustle. So we're walking along the trail here, and well, saw something. I'm gonna flip the camera around. It's a hole. Now, there's a muddy path getting to the hole, but it's a hole. So, here we go. It doesn't go back very far. Let's get up over this ledge. Nope, it stops right there. Yeah, well, we tried. There's the trail. There's the bank. So I hope you enjoyed watching this particular video, as random as it may have been. As always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.